Do you find it hard to find a good way to reward yourself when trying to establish new habits? I'm David Stiernholm, and this week's episode of Done is about different kind of reward you can try. But first, how do you convert printed paper text to the editable digital equivalent? Did you know that you have 2 really good and free apps for this very close to you? I'll show you where in a short video on the Struktör blog. There's a link to it in the show notes. Rewarding yourself when you have accomplished something at work is a potent trick in many situations. It could be rewarding yourself for being able to focus on a task uninterrupted for a full hour if you're practicing not jumping between tasks. Or you can reward yourself for finally completing that task you have been putting off for far too long. Successfully working in a more structured way during the past week is also a reason to reward yourself. But how should you reward yourself? Some people treat themselves to something extra delicious, like a carefully chosen piece of chocolate. Others give themselves a stick on a note where they collect points to be able to buy something they wouldn't usually indulge in. Many express that the feeling of checking off a task is a sufficient reward in itself. I have been looking for examples of different types of rewards, and the other day I got a tip from Zapier's Amanda Jackson about a new one. She describes how she rewards herself by physically changing her environment. For example, when she finishes a demanding task, she moves to another room, or a cafe, or outside. This way, it becomes tangible that she has accomplished something specific, and the reward becomes concrete. You and I can do the same. Do this. If rewarding yourself by changing your environment seems suitable, try it. First, come up with a few different places where you can work. Then, rank the places in order of how attractive they are to you. Where do you find it most comfortable, most effortless, or most inspiring to work? Which place do you prefer the least? Now you practically have a ladder of different levels, and as you succeed with the challenges for which you want to reward yourself, you can level up as if you were playing a game. Define something you want to accomplish, the challenge itself, that is. What do you need to achieve to be rewarded with moving to the next level? And then start working on the challenge. When you have completed it, move to the environment 1 level up on the scale. Is this really necessary? No. You are an adult and can sit wherever you want, whenever you want. But if you need an extra incentive to succeed with something that may not come naturally, this is a simple and relatively cheap trick you can try. Because if you reward yourself by leveling up physically to a more attractive place to work, you get concrete proof that you have succeeded in something you set out to do. Your motivation to take the next step should get a boost, and if it's a new habit you want to establish, you will succeed in it more easily. Do you usually reward yourself in this way? Where do you prefer to move? What's the highest level? Please write to me at david@stiernholm.com and tell me. I'm curious to hear. Do you have a colleague who would benefit from adopting this trick? Tell them about it. The more people who work in a structured way, the smoother everyone's work will be. So, thank you for today, and see you again next week.